I'm Maria Jastrzębska. I'm a poet and was really intrigued and excited about working on a project to reimagine Hans Christian Andersen's Snow Queen story.
There was a boy who was not a boy, but a lass. Boy się boi, bo tu był ciemny las.
I'm Peter Copley and I wrote the music for this project. And I thought that it was a story that had a lot of different possibilities for multiple interpretation and also something where we could have input from visual art, words, film and music. That was really what started it off, although I had certainly no idea what it was going to turn into. I think the reason why the Snow Queen sprang into my head at that point was because of a kind of overarching theme of loneliness. And this, I suppose, prompted one of the reasons why I decided to write all the music just for solo viola. First of all, a solo performance. Secondly, the specific sound of the viola always seems to me to conjure up loneliness.
Robbers doze, tyrants snore, even assassins sleep.
My name is Dagmara Radkin and I've known Maria and Peter for many, many years, and we've talked about collaborating for almost a decade. And only recently Peter thought of maybe doing something related to Snow Queen because he knew of my art practice that's often related to storytelling, folk stories, mythology. And we started thinking of themes in Snow Queen, and it's a very, very rich and dark, ultimately uplifting, but a troubled story of a young female who's going on a quest, pretty much unaided, with no help of grown-ups. Some animals came on her way and a few very wise women. And I thought of how to express it with materials. This enchanted garden, the flower garden story was really dear to me because it's about, on one hand, being nurtured by another female and being able to grow into a young vulnerable woman to someone stronger. On the other hand, it's a story of a parent who's not allowing her child to grow. So I've built this big garden out of lampshades and they kind of grow and turn into big, fertile and very kind of scrumptious sculptures. This is attached with tiny, tiny, tiny threads to a tablecloth covered with delicate drawings and artwork created by young carers that I had a privilege to work with. And they put the little images of things they desire and things that they would like to hold dearest in their memory if they were to be put under the spell in the flower garden.
I wish I had a really happy life.
Hi, my name's Wendy Pye and I have been helping Dagmara Radkin, the visual artist of this project, with some video and sort of visual interpretation of this Snow Queen project. I'm very interested in landscape and sort of the stories that are embedded within landscape. I went up into the Welsh mountains in Snowdonia. I was intrigued by the themes of wandering, journey, foreign landscape where there's a sense of otherness and this feeling of being lost and wild and coldness and how it feels.
Did you ever see me? I just want someone to see me.
I think the themes that I've been focusing on are the alienation, that sense of disconnection that young people have if they don't fit in. I've also been thinking about migration, about the refugees coming to this country and how lost they might sometimes feel. One of the other things I did was I collected some recordings of people talking about their journeys and about their lives, and that's incorporated in the sound poem which we've got also running in the installations.
I hear you calling. I heard your voice. Though it's not echo, I can tell it's you.
Zimno, zimno, cold. Colder, colder, colder. Bye.
The way we've set up the whole installation is as a journey, as an experience for people to travel through different destinations and for them also to get lost, maybe found. I think in our interpretation we've taken the idea of the Snow Queen, of the ice in the heart, to be about how people can become disconnected, whether they're young people or older people, and that might be through external forces or it might be more internal when you feel disconnected from those around you because you don't fit in any way. And that ice in the heart, the lack of warmth, the lack of the connection that we all need with one another if the world is to survive.